Hi everyone, Nathan here from the ebookreader.com. For this comparison review, I'm going to compare the Kindle 3 with the new Kobo Touch. So they both have similar features. They both have Wi-Fi. They both have a 6-inch Pearl screen. Obviously the Kobo's difference is that it has a touch screen, whereas the Kindle, you use the little controller down here for pretty much all the navigation. You got the page buttons up here. The Nook does, or the Kobo doesn't have any page buttons. It just uses the touch screen for everything. So let's go ahead and load up a book here, and I'll show you some different settings between the two. The Kindle, probably it looks like it has better contrast because they use thicker fonts than the Kobo does, but they're both really good contrast-wise. So the Kobo has just 2 font types right there, and there's a whole bunch of text sizes. There's like 17. I went through and counted them one time. So it has a lot of text sizes. The Kindle, it has a lot of text sizes too. You've got some different options right here. But what the Kindle has is it has these line spacing adjustments. You can just adjust the line spacing, and it also has the margin adjustment, which is words per line. So it does have a couple fewer options, and then it also has the 2 font types, well actually 3. It's got the regular, and then the condensed, and then sans serif. So it's got a couple of different options there. And then the Kindle also has text to speech, and it has audio support, whereas the Nook doesn't have any audio, or the Kobo doesn't have any audio support. So it's got some different settings on here for, you've got the table of contents, and you've got highlights. So if you hold down on the touchscreen, actually that has to be gone. If you hold down on the touchscreen, you'll get the options for saving highlights and accessing the dictionary. Where the Kindle, you use a little, like I said, you use a little nav button for everything, and that pops up the dictionary down here. And then you can hit more if you want to launch the full dictionary, and that launches the full dictionary right there. So the Kindle has a couple of different features, like you can add notes, and it has these, it's a little bit easier. You can export your notes because it gets saved as text files. So it's got this other options up here where you can view popular highlights and notes, which shows what other people have highlighted in the book. And then there's also some different options for, like I said, you can view your notes and marks. Where this one, it doesn't have the notes, it has the highlights, and then it doesn't have bookmarks either. It saves the last page you read. But the Kindle, it also has some bookmarks, so it has some different options in here. Let me go back to this really quickly, show you some other thing. One other thing the Kindle has is it has the option to change screen rotation, so you can change it whichever way you want on here. The Kobo, it doesn't have any landscape mode, it just has portrait mode. Except for PDF files, you can switch PDF files to landscape mode. But as far as regular books, it's all just a portrait. Okay, they both have Wi-Fi, and they both the Kindle, obviously it connects to Amazon's ebook store, and the Kobo, it connects to Kobo's ebook store. They both have web browsers as well. The Kobo has the web browser in here. Actually, it's the wrong spot. It's the Kobo has a game in there. It's called a Sudoku, and the Kindle has a whole bunch of games, so you can get a bunch of games from Amazon. Wireless connection. This is where you launch the web browser. So the Kindle, it has a web browser too. I'd say the Kindle's web browser is a little bit better, but the Kobo's, it's functional as well. So with the Kobo's, you use the touchscreen for everything. You've got the keyboard, and you've got the Go Home, and you got the Favorites menu right here. It doesn't have a whole lot of options, but what is cool is that you can go to like Feedbooks right here, and you can download ebooks, and they'll automatically show up in your library, so you can download ebooks, like I was saying. With the Amazon Kindle, you can do that too. You can visit other websites. It's got a little bit more advanced features for the web browsers, so you can zoom in. There's some different options, and you get this little deal where it moves around the cursor. It's also a little bit faster. Sometimes I have hyperlinks have problems reacting on the Kobo, but there we go, it worked right there. And like I said, you can download these too, and you scroll using that, whereas the Kindle, you can scroll using the button right here, as well as those. And then you can scroll in with that, or zoom in with that little box right there. And then the Kobo, it has the zoom dial down here. Okay, so here's a PDF file loaded on both of them. When it comes to PDFs, they both do a serviceable job. The Kindle's got a little bit more features. So the Kobo, you can double tap. You can double tap to zoom in, and then you can also use the custom zoom dial down here, so you can just sort of set it to wherever you want, and then you can pan around the page by holding it down. And then once you get the edge, it'll show the page turn button right there. And then the Kobo also has the landscape, like I was saying. You can switch the landscape. So the Nook, or the Kindle, it's got some different options here. You've got the, bring up the menu here. You've got different zooming options, and then it also has this contrast darken feature, so you can see that the text is darker on the Kindle. Just because it has the darkest contrast, it's got these contrast adjusters. And then it also has the screen rotation as well. So one other thing, the Kindle doesn't have reflow, but it does if you send the files to Amazon, then they'll convert them to their format and it'll essentially reflow them. The Kobo, it does not have reflow. It just has these different zooming settings right here, and then you can just turn, like I was saying, you turn the pages. One thing I didn't mention yet when we were reviewing the books is that the Kobo, one difference with it is it has the, when you turn pages, it doesn't do the full page refresh. You can change the full page refresh from, let me show you in a regular ebook, it'll be a little bit easier here. So let's load up a regular ebook. So when you turn pages, it doesn't do the full page refresh. Actually, I have it turned on right now. So you can go in here to settings, advanced settings, and adjust that. I have it one page right there, so that's why it was doing it. So that way, when you turn the pages, it doesn't flash. So the Kindle doesn't have that setting. It always flashes whenever you turn the pages. You see that black background flash, so it refreshes the whole page. So the Kobo, it just refreshes the page every 6th page unless you set it to 1 page or less, or more, 1 to 6 pages. So when it comes to the library view, the Kobo definitely gets the advantage because they have some different options. Where the Kindle, this is the only option you have, where it views them, shows everything in a list, so you can create different folders for the Kindle and whatnot. And like I was saying, the Kindle supports some other stuff, like you have active content for games, and then it supports audiobooks too. So the Kobo, you can list everything like that, or you can view everything with book covers. That's kind of one thing I don't like about the Kindles. You can't view the book covers. It's kind of annoying unless you go in here to the actual book, then it shows it over here. But you can't view them on the home page for whatever reason. So then, like I was saying, the Kobo, you got the different options right here. You got 3 different views for the library, and then you got the sorting options up there. So just a couple of different things. So the Kobo also supports some additional formats like HTML, RTF. I've got some Mobis on here, but the Mobis don't work very well. Then it also supports the comic format, CBZ and CBR. Or the Kindle supports, it supports Mobi as well, and it supports the Amazon format and PDF and text format. So formats are pretty similar actually on both of these, except for the Kobo, of course, that supports Adobe DRM for EPUB and PDF. So that means you can get ebooks from a whole bunch of websites other than just the Kobo site. So it does have some additional options for content, whereas the Kindle, you're mostly going to get books from Amazon or DRM-free sites. Okay, so that about wraps up this review right now. I'm going to put more info on the ebookreader.com. I'll have a written review covering all the details between the two. So thank you for watching.